Hello guys, Vengeancer here. I am down here in Bear power level in my gathering. I know I've done videos on this before. Not so before. I was just trying to show how to do it. I don't have any content planned for today, so I'm just recording what I'm doing. I'm gonna talk for a little bit and then I'm gonna cut it off. Why are you pinging that herb? Anyway, so sometimes when I'm doing content, I feel like that movie called The Watch with Jonah Hill in it. Listen to his voice and hear my face. It makes me laugh every time. Just talking to myself in a room. But, so when I'm playing BDO, I don't always have something exciting going on. There's guild chat's dead. Nobody's on right now. So I'm just down here taking advantage of the events that are going on, and that's kind of what I want to talk about. You know, progress in general in BDO. So I kind of just want to talk about how to actually make progress. I mean, you see or hear a title like that on a video and you're thinking, well, it's simple, just do stuff, you know, don't just AFK, we'll just do stuff. But it's not really what I'm talking about or my concept of progress. So you want to, in a game like Black Desert, when it's sandbox and there isn't really any direction, and it's a you know, just choose your own adventure, you know, the story, there's story and there's quests and stuff, but you don't even have to do that. It's not on rails. It's not like if you don't do that, you don't make progress. You can go and level to max level without even really touching a quest, you know, if that's the way you want to do it. So everybody's idea of progress is kind of, it's subjective. It's like, okay, I want to make progress in this area today, or this is my mission for what I like to do in game. And what got me to thinking about this is, again, my wife started playing the game last week, at the end of last week, and she's lost, confused, doesn't really know what she wants to do. She's like, I don't know what I'm doing. Well, you got to pick a goal. And it got me to thinking. That's why, since I'm down here gathering, I'll just, I'll talk about it a little bit. So right now, my goal, I want to do some more pen enhancing, but I don't have any stones. So I'm down here, gathering herbs. I mean, because the way you get hard black crystal shards or sharps, in the case that you might need them, is just gathering. And every gathering profession, or whatever you want to call them, you know, usually when you think of gathering, it's like what I'm doing now. I'm herb gathering, or you can do lumbering, or you can do mining, or butchering, tanning. Any of those have the same amount of chance of dropping hards or sharps. It's just really RNG and how lucky you are. And of course, if you have a higher gathering skill, it's going to increase it. But my goal is to replace these pen muskins. Get off my screen. These pen muskins with pen Uragons, so I need to enhance them, and I don't have any hards. And like I explained in a video a couple days ago, the hard market is just full of pre-orders. It's fluctuating by 3,000 to 4,000 pre-orders every night, but there's still 8,000 to 15,000 pre-orders. So getting those is not very easy. It's time consuming to get them through gathering. I haven't gotten any yet today, and I've been here for going on 20 minutes. But the reason that I wanted to make a video about this is it's all about the progress. So I have one goal in mind, right? And gathering's just a means to an end. I want the hards, but what I've decided to do, instead of just going and grinding silver and pre-ordering and waiting for the pre-orders to fill, I've decided to come down here and gather myself and attempt to get my own stones. And the reason for that is because I like to do what I call rolling progress. And it's just a made-up term that I use. But I like to take a mission, so in this case, getting Pen Uragons, and what it requires me to do, and I try to pick tasks to... there's a hard right there. Perfect. We're already off to a pretty good start. But I try to pick an activity to work towards that also will push me towards other goals simultaneously. So, like, for example, if I'm needing to grind, I need to level, I need silver, I need Caphras, so you're gonna have to go grind somewhere. Well, I picked spots that I can grind at that will give me a chance to get the infinite potion pieces. Yes, I don't get as much silver there, but at least while I'm grinding, I have a chance to get the potion pieces. So that's what I mean by rolling progress. I roll a bunch of different tasks into one activity that is going to work me towards multiple things. It actually cuts down on the time that it takes to get things accomplished, plus you don't get burnt out so easy. So today I chose to come down here and gather because, one, I need the hards. The only way to get it is to spend my energy. So I figured, well, I'll bust a couple of these books that I've got, Kama Sylvia Blessing and the Old Moon Scrolls, or whatever you want to call it, the Old Moon, Secret Book of Old Moon. They give these things away like crazy now, and I have just a crap load of them sitting in my inventory. But I decided to use some of the one-day ones that I have, because I don't know if I'll be down here tomorrow, or if I'll be able to take advantage, or what's going to come up. So I busted a one day, and for the day, as long as I have energy potions, and as long as I can continue to do it, I'm going to sit down here and gather. The reason being is that it accomplishes multiple things. One, it takes advantage of the event that's going on, the 70% life skill drop or event for gathering. 2, it clears out some of these books out of my inventory, and of course, yes, I've got a bunch of potions running. 3, it gives me a chance to use my energy and not just have it pool up and be a waste, because once you're capped out on energy, if your energy isn't actively recovering, it's kind of a waste. So that's 3 reasons. The 4th reason was I need hards, so I'm down here gathering hards. I also need Fruit of the Suns for the alchemy journal, so I am getting those. So there's 5 good reasons right there. But probably the most effective one is I'm busting all these potions and scrolls and stuff out. I'm leveling up my gathering. I started here at like 32%, and I've been here 20 minutes, and I'm already at 48%. So I'm power leveling my gathering while also working towards getting the hards and using my energy up. You know, it's just something that you got to spend time doing. Gathering's not going to level itself, and I've been working on it on and off for the past year. Eventually, I will get to Guru, but what's the point of sitting over here and gathering a ton unless there's an event running? Well, there's 70% event running. I got all these scrolls and stuff. Might as well use it. So it's just a good concept, you know. You pick an activity to do in game that's going to push you towards multiple goals that you want to accomplish all at once, instead of one and then another and another, and then it takes quite a bit longer. Which I'm going to be out of room here soon. My weight limit is pretty high. I had 2,900 weight because I'm running one of the free value packs that they gave us for 7 days right now. And that being because I had to collect some stuff from the marketplace. I keep selling some things. Still got that 18.2 billion silver, which is going to come in handy when we start doing a bunch of enhancing again. But we're definitely getting somewhere. It may not be as fast as I want to, or as far as I want to go, but you know, today's one of those days. I'm not super proud of the content that I've put out this week because I've had to bulk record for a couple different reasons. I've got a bunch of stuff I got to do later in the week, so it means by the time you guys see this, I'll when this video goes up, I'll be gone. I'll be busy. Still replying to comments and stuff, but I'll be away from where I can actually record. I'm not gonna be able to do recording later in the week, so I am trying to get it all done early. So that means the videos have to be recorded quicker and pushed out faster, which means quality falls. But I still like the daily uploads, even if it's a 5 or 10 minute video, and even if it's a little bit lesser quality. You don't really come here for the video anyway, or at least some people don't. Maybe it's my voice you come for. I don't know. But I've been told a lot that I have a voice for radio, or maybe they meant face. I don't know. There's a reason why there's not a webcam. No, self-expense jokes aside. You know, it's one thing to have something to put on in the background like radio. And people have kind of gotten away from radio now, I think, you know, unless you're maybe if you're older, you know, my age or older, radio used to be a big thing, but now it's all about podcast and streaming, and this is kind of like a video podcast anyway most of the time, right? Unless I'm just doing a guide or a how-to, or showing off enhancing, but most of the time it's just me talking while doing some boring freaking task in the game to make progress to where we really want to be at, you know? And I think it offers some comfort that we're suffering together. That's what MMORPG players really want, right? Joint suffering to get to end game. I mean, because everybody would love to have Guru Gathering, but I don't know anybody else that wants to just sit down here for 700 hours picking up little leaves off the ground. I sure as hell don't. But as time goes on, it does get easier. You know, I'm on the last leg of the journey because when I hit Guru 1, I'm pretty well done. I'll still be gathering, but most of my gathering is probably going to just be a necessity for meat for Balano's meals, so I can do the Imperial turn-ins, or it's going to be just a byproduct of hunting. But gathering and hunting are my push for Guru now. Alchemy is going to be an afterthought when I run out of other crap to do. And of course horse training and trading and farming slowly level up. Like the farming thing, I'm not going to push for Guru farming. It'll organically level itself up over time. So will the trading. However, the event doesn't include trading, which is very strange. They never do trading events. They're supposed to rework it, but maybe we'll see. We'll see what happens. But with these events going on right now, the gathering is leveling pretty quick. Like I said, I'm a third of the way to where I need to be. We got to hit Master 30, and then we'll make a final push for the Guru. I am not recovering energy nearly fast enough, so I'm going to start pushing through and using potions here. I've got plenty of potions. What is this? That's a small one. Let's use that one and this. That'll get us back up a little bit. If I have to, I'll start spending some silver and buying potions off the marketplace. Putting in some orders for them or whatever I need to do. But I think the side effect of doing daily video content is I kind of run out of things to do, especially if I'm unable to enhance, which is what I really like making content on. It gets good feedback and it's exciting. I like doing it, you know. It pushes me to make progress because I never used to enhance before. I would just slow go it, but now I'm just like, well, I'm to a point in the game where the only upgrades I have are quite literally pen armor, pin weapons, or pin accessories, and I'm very quickly running out of pin armor because as soon as I hit the pin Uragons, there's going to be no more pin armor for me to really obtain, and I'll be pushing towards all the Fallen God stuff, and so there won't be really anything to enhance left there. And I'm quickly running out of weapons to enhance as well because I only really have one of those left that I have to worry about. I mean, eventually I can do the Awakening, but since I'm Succession, Awakening is kind of just an afterthought. So there isn't much progress to be had by being lazy. I guess what I'm trying to say is the only upgrades I have, like if I was to go buy my upgrades, the Pen Black Stars are 130 billion silver apiece. Or more. So, you know, I'm not going to gain much AP over what I have. I mean, 130 billion for 2 AP. That effectively makes each AP that I gain in that sense 60 something billion apiece, you know, and it's like, that's a lot for 1 AP. That was a good one. Same with, I'm gonna have to spend some, I don't want that. Let's see, don't want those. Don't want those. Don't need those. These I need to keep. The fruits don't weigh that much, do they? No, it's mostly this stuff. I'm gonna have to overstack my horse. This. Get out of here. Let's see what we can dump into this. This is how I get rid of all my junk. That's fine. And then the trade items I'll just trash. I don't really care about the trade items. We're down here to level. We're not down here to make a few silver. Okay, and the only other one I got left is that. Alright, that's good. That'll do. Hopefully. Let's see, what are they? 20 minutes? Oh, we'll be fine. I need more storage maids. I've got quite a few central markets, but I need more storage ones. They just haven't... I haven't been getting them because they haven't been given away. They've been giving away the other ones. The central market ones have been a big thing, and I don't have any more free ones left. And I'm not a huge spender. Like I said, I've been pretty transparent on what I've spent. It's somewhere around several hundred. I don't buy pearls very often. Anyway, back to what I was talking about, if I can remember. The AP. AP, that's what it was. So, yes, I am to a point where each AP gained is tens of billions of silver. I mean, the pen accessories are... They're not quite as expensive as the Black Stars, but they're still pretty expensive. And I'm not going to gain much AP out of that. So in terms of the necklace, if I was to get... You can't buy these, but if I was to get a pen Deboreka, that would be 10 AP gain. But, you know, to be able to buy one of those, you'd first have to get somebody to sell it. And second, you'd have to pay the 200 or 300 billion or whatever it is. I haven't looked on the market. Whatever it would be to buy one. Necklace. Sort by grade. Yeah, 29 orders at 126 billion. Yeah, good luck. Nobody's going to sell that. So for like these are 93 billion. I would gain 5 AP out of that. But I'm considering doing a lunar, which will gain me 1 AP. But it'll also double the amount of accuracy that I get from the necklace. Because currently my necklace gives like, what, 20 accuracy or something. So I'm considering going with a revived lunar, and that's 160 something billion if you were to be able to buy it, right? There's an order, and they don't sell very often. One sold yesterday or today, but that's still 1 AP for 100 and something billion silver, like 150 billion. Those odds aren't looking good, right? So each AP, I'm to a point where each AP is costing me a huge amount of silver. So I might as well just spend my silver that I farm and roll my own stuff. At least I have a chance of getting a pen and getting my name, my family name on there, and I have fun along the way, and it gives content. So that's kind of the way I look at the silver. That's why I'm not super huge on grinding anyway. I've got piles of silver laying around, just accumulating stuff just from enhancing and just from the few hours of grinding that I put in here and there. But we'll see how things go over time. As I run out of things to enhance, I'll have to shift a little bit. Maybe I can just do it just to do it, and then list stuff on the marketplace. I know a lot of people just do it because they like to do it. Like the big enhancing guys, they have like hundreds of billions of silver, and they just click nonstop, and they have millions of black stones that they just sink all their silver into enhancing. And I don't know why. If you've already got all the gear, what's the point of doing it other than to just like doing it? They just like gambling, or maybe they just do it for the content because people like to watch that. I don't know. But in terms of personal progress in the game, I feel like... Oh, there's a sharp. Yay, 1 sharp. So we're up to 1 sharp and 1 hard in 35 minutes. But I feel like personally, for my personal playing, once I hit all pin stuff, I'll probably move on to like enhancing, say, my horse armor. It's only +5, or my bartering ship. The gear on it. I haven't done that enhancing. I need to craft the gear and get the carrack and do that kind of stuff. So I'll move on to other RNG stuff for my personal gain, and then or my personal goals and gains after I've hit max gear score for where I'm trying to get to, and then instead of just throwing silver at more accessories and stuff, or maybe I'll just collect one of each. It's like, oh well, I already have a pin. I already got a pin ogre ring necklace, so maybe I'll try and make a pin Leighton, and just for the heck of it. I don't know. Who knows? But it is pretty fun to enhance. It really depends on how you go into it. If you go into it thinking, oh, I have to have this, and if it fails, I'm ruined, you're always going to end up upset. But if you go into it with, hey, there's a chance I could get this, I'm going to dedicate this much to it, and we'll see what happens. And just, I always go into it with the mentality of, it's going to happen eventually. It's just, if it doesn't happen this time, I won't get upset because I'm using backup gear and I'm not rouletting my main gear. I can always get the silver back that I spend. All I gotta do is go kill stuff. Which is a big reason why I don't enhance Manos accessories and stuff, because the chance on those are just atrocious. And every Manos enhancing session that I have had, it's been frustrating. Especially the Manos clothes. The Fisher clothes are the most frustrating for me because I've tried to enhance these Fisher clothes that I have to Tet multiple sessions, and it never works out. I fail Pride of Duo about 20 times in a row, and then I'm out of durability, and it'll go up to try, and then I try to do the Tet attempt, and it just doesn't. it doesn't go, and then it'll fail all the way back down to pry, and then it'll fail another 20 times in a row and set at pry, and then it's a struggle to get it back to duo where I need to have it at to effectively fish overnight. So it's a silver sink, and I've been lucky enough that the other clothes that I have in Manos, the cooks and the gatherers and the craftsman clothes, all went to Tet pretty easily. But going from Tet to Pen on Manos is a scary process, and I don't recommend it. I don't recommend it at all. It's worse than Pen gear, or like Pen combat gear, because at least on combat gear you can use fail stacks. The Manos you can't. You just have to buy thousands of enhancing stones and thousands of memory fragments and just hope that it goes in before you run out of resources. Literally like putting pennies in a slot machine at the penny slots. That's basically what it is. You're just sitting there watching until you get lucky. And even getting to Tet Manos is a nightmare, and after the struggle of getting to Tet, do you really want to try and do that again just for an attempt at Pen? I mean, you might as well buy as many Tet Manos clothes as you can off the market and just click them once and then sell them back. You're effectively losing silver the same way. And I know there's a lot of people that say, "Oh, just buy your gear." Well, if no one enhances, there's no gear to buy. So somebody somewhere has to take the gamble. Because if there is no Tet or Pen to sell, there is no Tet or Pen to buy. So somebody somewhere has to enhance. And that's kind of where I look at it. And how I look at it, for my own thing. It's like, if I don't do it, I could buy some gear, but somebody somewhere has to, and that's what's kept me going so far. And here I went. I didn't plan on. I wanted to talk about progress and how I view progress and how I approach progress. And here I went off on an enhancing tangent. Maybe it was enjoyable to listen to. Maybe it wasn't. I don't know. I'm gonna have to start using energy potions again. I don't like to let my energy, and I do have the Villa buff on to increase energy recovery. I've got the Kama Sylvia thing on to give me 2 more energy. So when my energy recovers, I'm getting like 1 energy per minute, but it's not enough to keep up. I may have to take a little break here and take a little break and let my energy recover in between gathering sessions here. I don't know if I want to. I do have some more energy on other characters that I can turn into potions, but I don't know if I want to spend all my energy potions just gathering herbs. I haven't decided yet. But I think I've probably rambled on enough, so I guess I will cut this off here. It's been, half an hour? Well, the takeaway on this, if you made it to the end of the video, is pick a goal that you want to. And there's 2 more hards. Maybe I should just keep talking about goals. Pick a goal that you want to work towards. Look at all the options to accomplish that goal and pick an activity that you have to do to accomplish that goal that also will push you towards other goals. Multi-goaling is rolling progress, multi-goaling, whatever you want to call it, but that's what I tend to push for, is an activity that can push me towards multiple goals at once. So it just doesn't seem like, because I look at it this way, I freaking hate sitting down here gathering herbs, right? But if I'm not watching my gathering level, and I'm just down here gathering herbs to try and get hard black crystal shards or fairy's breath or anything like that, I'm not watching my gathering level, and over time it's just leveling itself up, and eventually when I look at it, I'll be like, oh, I'm gathering level 15, or oh, I'm gathering level 25. I'm getting closer. You know, and so I won't have to. It just seems like I'm making more progress. It's almost like time passing. If you're watching the clock, time crawls. But if you're doing something to distract yourself and you're not watching the clock, time goes by a lot faster than it seems like it goes by a lot faster than if you're just sitting there staring at it. You know, if you're counting every second, it's gonna take it a lot longer to go by. You're gonna lose your marbles. But same thing for leveling. You know, if you're watching that percent bar of a life skill or a percent bar of your character combat level, it's gonna take forever, or at least seem like it. So I just don't watch it, and I work towards a different goal, and that's why I was pushing towards leveling hunting to master, and it got me quite a bit XP on gathering, and now I'm pushing for hard black crystal shards, and it's pushing me even further because I'm doing it during an event. So eventually I'll get to a point where I'm at goober gathering and I won't have to worry about it anymore. But that's the takeaway. Pick an activity to do that will push you towards your main goal. There's a hard black crystal shard. Every time I say goal. Pick the activity that'll push you towards your main goal, and choose your activity wisely so that it also pushes you towards secondary goals at the same time. It saves you time, it saves you effort, makes things a little bit faster and all around enjoyable. So that's today's message. I hope you enjoyed listening to my rambling and my thoughts on different stuff. You got any thoughts on anything I touched on? Leave me a comment. I like to read them. Hope you have a good rest of your day, and if I'm not around, don't get back to any comments. Have a good weekend. Everybody needs a break every once in a while. So have a good one. Thanks for watching, and as always, until next time.